Hi YouTube friends, this is Fossilsaurus here. I'm going to do a kind of unboxing. This is something that's been unboxed for a while, but we'll just pretend. I'll unwrap it for you guys. We'll unbox it. Now these are pretty cool. I've mentioned in a previous video that I used to not be a big fan of footprints, but I have learned to love them. They are not as much a representation of death, but they are a representation of life, because you're actually seeing the animals themselves while alive. Here's the first thing right here. Now these are Permian plates. So this is before birds. So these are all little, probably cute little reptiles running around, probably right at the shoreline, or in like an inch or two of water or something. Just probably delicate mud. Didn't get washed away, got a little dry and then covered with some more sediment. I'm holding them at an angle because it's a lot easier to see when you have some shadow on them. So some of these much easier for me to see than it is for you guys. I'm trying to do my best, but from what I'm seeing, it's not really coming out as well on the video as it is in person. But you can see tons and tons of little footprints. These would be impossible to tell exactly what species. As with the later dinosaur footprints, like the one I showed you in a previous video, these may have a name for the general type of footprints, like with the Triassic ones. Well, not even just Triassic, for the Mesozoic ones, they're called Eubrontus and Gralator, and it's not individual species, it's just the type of footprint, which could be a single species or multiple species leaving the same kind of footprint, but you just can't tell, you can't break it down, so they just specify like what variety of footprints, like based on what they look like. So now this is pretty cool here, all the little reptiles, but this side is what I actually got it for. Now you can see right here a partial. Now my hand fits pretty nicely in there. That is a partial paw of something, which due to the size and shape and so on, there is a good chance that this is a dimetrodon print, which is very cool. I'm a big dimetrodon fan, so a footprint of them, very, very cool. It's a pretty decent size, a much larger animal than most of the bone fossils and teeth fossils and so on that come around are from. Those are from, I mean, they're babies or the small 1 meter species or so on. This guy, I mean, it's maybe an expert could give you a good size estimate just based on what you can see here. I mean, I would guess the paw is probably that big. Maybe it's a 4, 5, 6 foot animal. Pretty cool. Definitely something you wouldn't want to mess with. Definitely not a 10, 12 footer or whatever, but definitely a vicious animal. Now this, the other one, and these came together. Now what I just showed you there was part of what attracted me to it, but this is really it. Now you can see these even without the shadows on there, but it can make it a little bit easier. You can see 4 scratch marks. These are also assumed to be dimetrodon made by a dimetrodon. And I think this is even cooler than just the idea of a footprint, which is a still shot of a living animal. It's more than just walking. It's a more, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's a more intense action. And also, you don't get claws a lot in a lot of footprints. I mean, you do in quite a few, but lots and lots of them, even for animals that are clawed, you don't get claw imprints. So having the imprints of the claws themselves is pretty unique and pretty special. This not only shows just an animal walking, but an animal doing something potentially much more impressive. I mean, I doubt an animal would go to sleep on a substrate like this, like a muddy bank or something, but these could be something as benign as just moving his paw while it's asleep, up to predatory response. Maybe it's turning in order to chase something down, or in order to grab something, or it could be running. I mean, dimetrodons are thought to be cannibals, so this could be what is a relatively small animal, probably similar size to the other one, maybe a little bit smaller even. So there are the big dimetrodons that absolutely would feed on ones this size. So this is showing much more action than just a footprint. This is showing, I feel like this is showing drama instead of just life itself, which I find very cool. I don't know how many of you guys really like the footprints. I think a lot of people don't appreciate the footprints as much as they appreciate like the bones themselves, and I completely understand that, because that's how I used to be. Oh, here's a good shot of him right there, 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 and there. That's beautiful. But like I said, I learned to really appreciate them for what they are. The snapshot, you're actually seeing the animal alive. But I hope you guys can appreciate them as much as I do. If not, maybe someday you will. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys will send me some likes, some subscriptions, and that you'll join me for my next video. Thanks a lot. Take care.